There you go. Are we live? There you go.
Who the fuck is Darby Dono?
Darby Dono, bro.
Fuck is a donut? What the?
Dono?
Here, look at it.
I know Osama is a lord or a priest or somebody with some respect. Coon is a loved one. What the fuck is Dono?
Let's see. Dono. I'm looking up. What the fuck is Dono mean again? Use term. Dono use term. What is that?
I should be
I don't know
Darby
where
Sa.
I've heard it.
Don't they have Sa? S-A?
No, because y'all got K for Coon, S for Osama. I want to say Japanese meaning of Dono is. Why is every time I click on the website it goes to Japanese? Okay, this is difficult. I thought I could find it.
How do you spell the word?
D-O-N-O. Look like some
D-O-N.
bullshit. I'm playing. But all right,
It's
we
dude
live.
for Dono. I want to say it's some respectful shit, but I can't find it. Dono.
Really?
Yeah, dono when attached to a name roughly means lord or master. It does not equate noble status, rather is a term akin to milord or French monseigneur.
So it's like Darby, my lord.
Yeah, basically.
See, I'm real goddamn royalty, bitch ass boy. I'm playing. But all right, man, we live. Let's go.
We live, baby.
I got shit to do. We got shit to do. You got shit to do. It is
Dono.
Summer. You know what I'm saying? Bow down to me.
So let's get it right out here. Joe Biden got Kamala Harris. Let's just knock that one out.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Okay, that's cool. So I just want to know how niggas feel, how people feel who was voting for Biden and pushing for Biden, because I've been said that he was the wrong candidate. And people, I think you was a Biden supporter, weren't you? So
Who? Joe.
Nah.
No, I was just telling y'all don't vote Trump.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
I literally I never said like, hey, go Biden. I just said don't go Trump. That's literally been my thing.
Okay.
Don't go Trump.
Shit. But I think it's funny as hell. Honestly, I wasn't gonna vote at all. Part of me does want to go vote for Trump just to make sure Biden doesn't win at this point. But
oh my God, that is no.
But at the same time, I'm keeping it real. I said part of me wants to do that, but at the same time, I understand that that's what they want. You feel me? That's what they want me to do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Democrats once again intentionally sabotage themselves as a part of a grander scheme to keep Trump in office for what I couldn't tell you, but I don't know. I think it was a dumb thing, but I think it was intentional. His people. How the fuck did y'all not catch the fuck that we don't fuck with Kamala Harris? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows niggas don't fuck with Kamala Harris. Like, nigga.
But no.
I don't know.
But there's a lot of, so here's the thing I've seen. I saw a lot of black women in support.
Can I say something real quick before you go on?
Mm-hmm.
I love black women. I love y'all. But I remember back in 2008 when it was Obama versus Hillary, and a lot of black women was going for Hillary back then. And it's a large, not all sisters, it's a large demographic of black women who put womanhood over their blackness and their fellow brothers. But that's all I had to say. Go ahead.
It's a very confusing thing on when and where and how we should put over one over the other. Kamala Harris is a black woman, mixed woman, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know, people like, you're not going to get the candidates perfect. I get that. But her large rate of being known to put the most black men of non-lethal drug crimes is really difficult. Like little weed charges, and then releasing evidence after people were executed afterwards. Bro, don't even release the evidence if you kill me. Don't release the evidence. Just keep it quiet. Keep it like, you know what, we're gonna not do this. Because that's just don't do it. Don't even be like, oh, we made a mistake. You just further the reason why they don't need to be death penalty. And she did it twice. Right? And that's why it's hard for me to really just ride for her. Because, you know, and then like Joe Biden, and he has all these. I'm gonna say this, and I've said it before. So the Joe Biden bill of 90s, I get it. There's something that needed to be done, right? Because the government started the crack epidemic, and it hurt the black community. Then you have a big issue, and instead of fixing the source and taking crack out, you enforce more and police more because you created an issue that made other people feel unsafe, right?
Right.
So you're not like the way I tell people, like you're not subtracting issues, you're adding problems, right? But you're trying to be like, we're adding a solution. No, just remove an issue. Don't add a solution for an issue because then you may actually add another issue.
Which they did.
You need to remove, not add. And I get there was something to be done, but it's hard for me to believe that they didn't know when it came back in the 90s that Joe Biden and Clinton didn't know that this was going to hurt. And somebody said this, and somebody statistics said, well, the Joe Biden bill really only incarcerated over 3% more black people. I was like, that's still 3%. Like, oh, you can demonize anything. It didn't help.
They done shut the whole country down over a motherfucking like 5% death rate of a disease, my nigga. So shit. Fuck
Thank you. About. So, and this whole thing, like, I'm just not with it. And like, as time goes on with this, and like, even we need to vote local, and we need to focus on communities and grow. And more, this just pushes me away from government, and just further, this pushes me away from government. This pushes me away from even Black Lives Matter as the point of wanting to correct people on being racist. I'd rather educate black people on being better than correct white people. Honestly, you know, instead of like Black Lives Matter and telling white people Black people matter, I just rather us matter more to ourselves 100%. And uplift. You know,
I agree with you 100%, bro.
You know, like that's where it's going. And I feel like I've always defended and been supporting against human trafficking for years. I've never been like openly out front with it. I always just did my own thing on what I want to support. I don't need that person like, do you know I do this? You don't need to know what I do. I just support it, right? Yeah. Now I see Save the Kids, and it's weird, right? We say kid lives matter, save the children. Human trafficking is bad. It's been bad, right? But at the same time, there is legit kids behind fences or cages, whatever you want to say it. But we don't care about them. It's kind of weird.
I honestly can't care too much about them because there's enough problems going on in our community. And I know some of them kids are Black or whatever, and I do care, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's not my primary fight, to be honest with you.
Stephen Green asked us, who are y'all voting for?
Nobody, baby.
Honestly, the decisions are so bad. It's really, if I do vote, because there's still a chance, it will be for the Green Party. Because nobody talks about Lewis. I think that's his name. The guy, the running mate for the Green Party. Green Party. What? But I know people say you're voting for the Green Party, you're throwing away your vote. So I just shouldn't vote at all because I don't like the other candidates. Swerve, Joe, what do y'all feel like who y'all vote for?
I'm still deciding.
Oh, Robert Green said she's an AKA, so they will be pushing that sorority vote hard. That's true. They've already have, Robert. They've been pushing the sorority vote for her because she is part of the oldest Black sorority in America.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna win though, bro.
Actually, I feel like Biden's gonna win. I feel like Biden is gonna take this W.
I actually do feel like that too.
I feel like Trump.
I gotta go vote for Trump. I'm trying to go vote for Trump.
I think Biden's gonna take this W.
I don't know. If I think Biden might take it, I'm gonna go vote for Trump. If I think Trump gonna win, I'm not voting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep rich.
Oh, don't forget. It's all gonna come down to the Electoral College anyway.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
We just have to think about their point of view and what they see for the future. And it's going to come down if they think Trump can pull them out of this hole or if they think Biden can pull them out and how they're going to make money in the industry in 2021.
They changed that. Remember, like whatever the majority in those areas for the Electoral College, the people vote for, the Electoral College has to vote for that now. They changed that earlier this year. So they can't vote against what the people voted for.
If that's the case, then it's leaning even harder into Biden.
Because Trump lost that last time. If it would have went by those rules last time, Trump would have lost.
Not only that, but some states are starting to turn blue or even purple that historically have never been that. They said there's a good chance that Texas could either be purple or blue this time.
Yeah,
that hasn't happened in 40 years.
They were saying that because like that when Beto ran against Ted Cruz, nobody's really did that great against a Republican person in a long time, and they were already saying the
Beto.
change has been happening.
Beto. Yeah.
Beto. That's not
Beto
even his last name, isn't it? It's not even
It's
his last
O'Rourke.
name.
No, his last name's O'Rourke.
Yeah, Rourke. He just said it because it's cool and it makes him look like he's ethnic.
No, people just have an easier time saying Beto than O'Rourke.
Okay, so he ain't trying to get the ethnic vote.
Once you get it, it's Rourke. It's just, but yeah, I think he is playing a Beto. But hey, it's cool. It is what it is. I fuck with it.
Go on do your hustle, you know.
I fucking think Biden bitch ass gonna win. Man, if Biden win, bro, it's a wrap for niggas, bro.
Robert Greene say
We might as well make our peace with each other, go on one last hurrah vacation around the world, nigga. He locking all of us, so we going to jail, nigga.
You right. Oh, Robert Greene said he voting for the birthday party. We can't forget about Kanye. Yay. We can't forget about Yay in the vote.
Now what is called the birthday party?
Yes, because we all gonna party after the birthday party wins. Is literally what he said. That's exactly.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Shut your mouth.
So what do y'all think would happen if hypothetically Biden does win?
Hey.
What do you think?
What would you foresee in the future if it was a Biden Kamala president?
The same thing that happens every day. Biden, time to lock up those Negroes. What you talking about?
I think it'll be what people think is going on with the Trump administration is going to be like that for real, where niggas just like get straight, all races is getting locked the fuck up and sent out of there. It's going to be really what niggas think Trump is. For real,
in the height of not liking police, he chose a police for his vice president.
And he talked about increasing the budget for police officers. He's talking about $300 million.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to knock against the increase because I need to know what's that increase for. Now, is the increase of the budget making sure police have to have a college degree? Is the increase going for better psychological exams for the police? Is the increase going for more training so they can de-escalate? Because if it is for these things, I'm all for increasing the budget.
The thing about that is the problem with none of those things can solve the issue with the police, because it's not about a lack of training or a lack of therapy. It's about Klansmen and psychos joining the police to be terrorists, nigga.
So what if we increase the budget? We get a third-party group that's made, and they screen people that of an unbiased way. Like, you can't be a Klansman. Like, if you mark certain things.
How the fuck you gonna screen somebody for that shit? You can't be racist. Damn.
No, but you can have a test. They can take a test.
It's easy to pass tests. Niggas pass personality tests to get jobs all the time. Bro.
No, this all you gotta do say, does blue lives matter? I'm gonna mark yes. Oh, where you going? What? Trick question. You're racist. Boom. We got them out there, bro.
There's gonna be a lot of people that are smart enough to do that, bro. I mean,
you're true, but like there's something that needs to be done, and defunding may not be the route.
I don't think giving them more money is the route personally.
But it depends on what you're doing with the money.
They're eating off of taxpayers' dollars, bro. They have the money for all that.
I get it. It's a socialism concept. It's a socialism concept, but it depends on what they do with the money. If we're giving them more money for guns, then no.
That's what they're doing with the money now. So I'm saying defund the motherfuckers. Because like they already have the money. If they want to do therapy and de-escalation training, they will be doing it, bro. They have the bread. America's not broke. Ain't nobody in the police department broke like that, bro. They have just as much money as a community serving because they're eating off of the community's tax dollars. So if they wanted to do that shit, they would. Giving them more money ain't gonna make them. Oh, we got 300 million now. Nah,
I'm not saying. I'm saying it depends on what is the money. Like when you say give money, that's so vague. What if it's money towards this specific thing?
I just don't believe in it, bro.
Instead of giving more money, what if we allocate money towards different routes?
I think I don't like what routes like what, bro. I think they should be defunded, bro. I don't think none of that shit's gonna help because like the thing is these aren't. Think about it. Why would we have to even do all this extra routes and therapy and all this shit if these were good people? If it was really good people who really want to serve the community and protect people, we would not need
we're past that. We already. That's why the hashtag ACAB is the thing. All cops are bad. So we already know 99% of police are bad. So now we're trying to fix that concept. We already
So
accept
how
it.
do we fix that if we know the police themselves, the actual man who signed up for the job, is a dick? All 99% of the motherfuckers. How is giving more money or reallocating money going to change dicks into non-dicks? It doesn't happen. Ain't no
What
amount
if,
of therapy
okay,
going to unracist a motherfucker, bro. Like, ain't no
okay.
amount of relation training going to unhate a motherfucker's heart. It's not going to happen.
So,
Just need to drain the swamp.
so
Thank you.
what if we,
Get the motherfucker out of there.
okay. So what if we come out with a certain way, like an insurance policy, like we create some type of private hiring thing where they're like, oh wow, this is your reputation, you're not hired.
Nah, I think there should be more so decentralized or de-government. So I don't know something, but the way it works now, I think honestly, I think it should be. And I saw somebody say this. It should be different. Like it should be privatized.
Robert Green
Different
says
companies.
Robert Green says more money for training would be good. You don't want or need a social worker showing up to a domestic trying to calm a drunk, pissed off couples down.
I mean, that's better than a police officer with a gun shooting and shit. I think a social worker probably a better idea than
Or looking at it immediately and just like assuming certain things or picking and choosing. This is a delicate and that's the whole thing. We need to take this whole situation is delicate because we have so many corrupt police. If 99% of police are bad, we gotta get rid of it. If 1% of police were bad, we have to find them, right? Like in any side of this of lesser or more, we have a delicate situation that we need to change. I don't know why we don't just take away of crimes that don't involve hurting other people, that we just don't decriminalize them.
I agree with that.
You know, I mean, like, I get people like, what if a person's drunk and intoxicated in public? If he's doing it by himself, you can walk away. Now, if he hurts you, that's assault. That's a different crime. You know, like, why can't we?
Really? I think we do need, in this point in society, we do need some type of police type figure. We do.
Kamala Harris is there for it.
No, fuck no. But I'm gonna say, really, I'll say this. I think there's two different routes we can take. One, we go with different police little groups instead of one overarching police society with the police union. That shit gotta go. And motherfuckers have neighborhood police and whatever the case may be. Because there's always motherfuckers down to do some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? And that could be like just some gangster shit. But what I really think though, this is what I really think. I think we don't really need the police. This is gonna sound crazy. I feel like if we completely abolish the police, it would be utter turmoil for a very short amount of time until humans start humaning and motherfuckers gonna be like, nah, that shit ain't going down over here. Yada yada yada.
So the concept would happen is essentially anarchy, as in private security teams would come up and protect, like you would pay certain groups that would protect the group, or you would band together, or you would pay security teams and everything else, and essentially you would have private owned police governing different areas, which essentially could be what the government could do. Each state could just have their own private security that governs over it, and then you can vote them in and out. But the
community, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
people can vote because right now, essentially, police is very militarized, most militarized, I think, in the world, and also comes off like an untouchable gang,
right?
Like government-backed gang, right?
Exactly.
Like they can pin laws on you. They can save themselves. You know, they have a lot of power. They are above the law, and you're ignorant to not think they can't be above the law. And that's the thing; they can be above the law, and if they turn a blind eye, silence is violence. Like, oh, I know this one police officer raped somebody. I'm gonna turn a blind eye to that. That makes you a bad police officer.
Yeah.
Especially then, because it's literally your job to fight crime, and it's happening right next to you.
What I tell people all the time is, do y'all remember watching the movie with Denzel Washington playing Frank Lucas? Clive, I think it's Clive Owen. I think it's Clive. No, it wasn't Clive Owen. I forget the actor's name. Huh?
What you talking about?
The actor turned in $250,000, and then his chief said, "Nobody trusts you now because you're too trustworthy." And he said that, and every policeman didn't trust that guy because he didn't keep the money for himself. He turned it in like a police is supposed to do. So then the chief said, "Hey, he had a meeting one-on-one. He was like, this money's not on the books. If you fail in this mission, you're on your own. You find your own team that you can trust, and you bust the crooked cops. But I have no ties to this. And that showed one good policeman out of all the policemen, that was one good policeman, because he didn't want, and that's why at the end of the movie he walked up to Denzel. He was like, "You want me to turn in cops? You gonna turn in the police?" Like Denzel was shocked. Like, you gonna really do this? No policeman does this. And that right there was that's one of many instances of what a good cop looks like. Good cops usually quit because they can't turn in other policemen, or they're fired because they can't turn in other policemen,
or they're killed,
or they kill because they tried. Yeah, and it's like those concepts, but it's hard to get through because we see a cop, save a kitten, and we just make a post about Blue Lives Matter. And this is not to bash police. This is just talking realism. And this is the one thing in our society is very difficult, right? If the realism isn't in the controlled nature, you get excommunicated. And this goes for race, this goes for sex, this goes for gender, this goes for multiple things, right? You can't state certain things because you get bashed, right? That's like true. If a person, just for instance, if a person says, well, I feel there's only two genders, and I show this scientific proof, and you just saying, oh, you're transphobic, and you're like, no, let me hear how there's more than two genders on a scientific level. Let me hear it. Most people would just get mad and bash that person, right? And here's the thing: when it comes with police, you can't say 99% or all cops are essentially bastards or bad without being like, oh, well, you just un-American. Like, no, I'm stating it because here's the thing: show me how I'm wrong. Right? Like legit show me how I'm wrong. That's why people that defend Trump, they're so loyal, they don't ever call Trump out on anything bad he does. And he does a lot of bad. But at the same time, people do that for Obama, and we can't ignore that. Right? You can't say anything about Obama because people act like Obama was the GOAT. No, I'm not trying to, and that's one thing. Like my friend said, Obama was a good guy, but he did some messed up things. I was like, why'd you say messed up thing? Why'd you say that? He was just like, well, he did an airstrike. I'm like, that comes with the territory. Well, he was the first one to do airstrikes. I'm like, no, comes with the territory to kill people that most civilians don't know your actual reasoning behind it, and you just have to do it because you know more about the situation. Morals become differently at a higher level. You could have just said
was the first person to do airstrikes.
He said airstrike. It was a certain way. He said airstrikes of a certain thing, right? And
that's the most niche shit I've ever heard.
But here's the thing: what he said, he's like, Obama did airstrikes, but he didn't have to, and he made the call anyway. I was like, well, what was Obama's? I was like, okay, so much. What was Obama's reasoning? And he was just like, I don't know. So I'm like, why do you talk like you know Obama's reasoning? I was like, all you had to do was state Obama was a good person, and then you went in to add an extra part.
Here's a fun fact that a lot of people don't bring up. Did you know that under Trump, he's done, I think in the first 2-3 years of his presidency, he did about, I think it was 407% more airstrikes than Obama did through his whole presidency.
Who you said did?
Trump.
Yeah. But
he's already done over 400%.
But see, that was the thing I was saying. I was like, you don't have to add on, and that's the thing, like people add on, like, oh yeah, police are bad, but this policeman does it. Like, no, let's keep it straightforward, right? And that's why I'm saying Obama, he's the president. I assume he did something really messed up. Come with the territory. Oh, Robert Green says domestics are some of the most dangerous cops to go on. Statistically speaking, you would want someone that could take control of the situation and not be pushed over. Are there bad cops? Absolutely. Everything is not good, but no cops would bring anarchy. My personal view.
We need that shit. I think
but here's the thing: like you have such a deep, but we're so rooted in racism, and everything else. Your anarchy is essentially a way just to restart. Like it's just a boom. Yeah. Things are bad are gonna happen, right? The thing about like the police thing is like, how do you delicately, without doing anarchy, how do you delicately, somebody say this word for me.
Delicately,
yeah, thank you. I can't say it right now. How do you do that and change over the next 10 to 20 years and make the police system a good system for America? Because it's a bad system for America, statistically proven.
Well, first of all, we need to fucking get rid of private prisons because the police are just
Yes.
funding private prisons.
And here that was the thing. Robert did that too. Not everything is good. I hate that. No. We're not gonna say police. Majority of police are bad, and I can statistically show you, right? But not to say that it can't be a better system. The system is designed against us. Stop trying to put that tag. Not everything's perfect. Stop that. Stop putting these tags on there. We're talking about a serious bad situation. Nobody's perfect, but we're talking about a very bad situation that aimed at people that look like me, that look like you, that look like you. All right? We need to change the system because if they're trapped in the system just like we are, so we need to change the system. To say, now back into what we were saying, we need to figure out how can we delicately, I can't say the word delicate.
Delicately.
That.
Nigga.
Delicately. Well, I can't say this word for nothing.
That's that Chicago public school. No.
Hell no.
But you said it's boy, get out of here. No, that's the Arkansas public schools. But what we're saying to this thing, anarchy. Okay, a lot of people are for anarchy. It's a way to jumpstart and restart the system. Which
people are for anarchy until anarchy comes for them.
Oh yeah, like everybody that watched Joker was so for anarchy until black people started doing anarchy stuff.
When you think about anarchy, though, man, honestly, it's gonna be a lot of racial shit going on, and I can see white folks coming straight to the hood and just fucking shit up, like really though. And honestly,
so
we probably don't want that because I think white people are better armed than black people.
You have to think about it. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, and it don't look good for a minority.
Right.
This is why I'd rather focus on us as a group uplifting ourselves.
Yeah, because we will probably lose. I'm keeping it real. We will lose that one. They will fuck up.
It's an L.
I'm not even gonna gas us up. We will lose, bro. They will come and tear our shit to fuck smithereens, nigga, for real.
Like I don't think
flamethrower shit, Jeeps.
This is gonna sound ridiculous. I don't think it should be anarchy. I think most police should just not have guns.
A lot of other countries they don't have guns.
A lot of other countries do that. And like the thing is, you got to understand, it's not just the police. There's the police. There's the ATF. There's different squads of people, and that's how they do it. They're like the regular police. They don't have guns, and if a situation calls for a gun, they're like, okay, then we'll just call in this force team, or we'll call in this squadron.
Okay, but here's the thing with Chicago, though. I'm gonna be real with you. If Chicago's like, we're not having guns for our police, boy, them police getting their ass beat.
Now listen, Chicago.
Oh God, they gonna beat them up.
Chicago is an outlier, okay? Chicago is an outlier.
City, though, no guns to the police is pretty bad, bro. Like, niggas be fucking the shit out the police. They don't
God, bro.
But see, that's where it will come from. Like, of course, like I said, it's gonna be a situational thing, like Robert was saying. Domestic violence, that's a whole other category of shit. So you just got to have the police ready for whatever situation they may be pulling up to. I don't think they need a gun for every fucking situation, though.
Aaron Anderson said,
police guns.
Aaron Anderson said, what if anarchy brings about a worse system or a way of doing things? That is a risk. That is a big risk.
That is, bro, because
it is a risk.
Maybe I have too much faith in human nature.
No.
But I really feel like it will be fucked up for a little bit, but real quick, quicker than you would expect. But we would create from form in that motherfucker, bro.
But you just said, if that happened, black people taking that L, so we would be right back where we was. We would be back right back where we was.
No. We wouldn't be right back where we was. I'm saying a lot of us would be killed. That's what would happen. But that's if that happened today, under the current circumstances with all the racial tension in America right now. And if we were to take away the guns from the police, legally they would take away civilian guns too, because they're not gonna have police pulling up a motherfuckers and they got guns and the police ain't got none. So everybody would take an L. So I don't think none of that shit would work. But until black people get our shit together, and like you said, we uplift ourselves and get our money right and get our self-defense game right, you know what I'm saying? Until then, we're not ready for that shit. So I don't know, man.
Also understand understand that getting rid of the police does not equal anarchy. Because anarchy is strictly tied to government. There's still going to be laws and there's still going to be shit put over you. It's just you got to worry less about somebody accidentally saying, whoops, he was being threatening, I shot him.
Honestly, I agree with you saying. I feel like, but without the police, if they didn't have guns, then all it's gonna do is, okay, well, fuck it. Now a SWAT team's rolling around because if the police ain't got guns, ATF and SWAT got the guns, and we need guns present. So now you got real army niggas walking around in your city, and that's the shit we don't want because now it's real martial law shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that would happen.
Man, hypotheticals, man. These are all hypotheticals. You can't rule out what could happen.
It's too many people because at that point, then you would get rid of the police. You could keep the police; they just don't have to have guns. You have to bring in ATF or anything like that unless needed.
Robert Greene said you have to start with home first. Community policing would be a start. You said yourself, Jesse, push yourself knowledge, not to prove the other person is wrong. That's true.
That's true. That is very true. Actually.
What we need to increase the America has shown to be overall. America's shown they don't trust their own government. Out of all the other countries, we really don't trust our own government, and as a culture of intellectuals, we're very stupid. The whole culture is very dumb of America. Like we're just overall majority of us are just stupid, and it showed that why being past this whole coronavirus thing, most of us have passed it, and it's weird that most people have passed it. Like where's the people in the other countries that believed it was from 5G and didn't social distance? You know, and so to do this whole government thing, we have to also understand we have a lot of ignorance here. We're not in a group like when we talk about anarchy, it's not going to be like a whole country of millions and millions of people of us that's saying, oh, let's do this. We're talking about majority people where they're very ignorant.
That's true.
And to start at home, that's why I say I'm more about building the Black community, and if we're going to build the Black community and spread it out to the new generation, you know, like our teachers need to be instilling these kids and teaching these kids not to be racist bigots and teach the real history. Yes, wishful thinking. I hate Bessie DeVos. The big reason why not to vote for Trump.
He said a purge.
Who said purge? I didn't say purge.
Robert said purge.
A purge? Man, we will get fucked off. They coming straight for niggas.
Oh, he did say purge. Oh.
Is that what all this is leading to?
Oh.
Purge.
Yeah, we wouldn't make that. That would not be good for us, man.
I better get your Macaulay Culkin on. Learn how to make them traps.
Type shit for real. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna look good, man. But yeah, so vote for Bernie Sanders. You know what I'm saying? That's the moral of the story. God bless.
Can't you technically still vote Bernie Sanders? Just write him in. I mean,
when did Bernie withdrew? When did Bernie actually withdraw from this? When did he do that?
I haven't done research. I hear one answer that he technically is still an option.
But
I heard
he's talking up Biden
a long time ago. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
To get away from the political thing, I want to do our thing that pretty much started us to try and form a group. I like to do. I'm gonna post in the chat. So XXL did the new freshman class of 2020. And I want to list off these names and tell me what y'all think about it.
Might have that hoe. Hold on.
I think
you still collect XXLs?
Very rarely, but I always grab the freshman covers when I see them.
Thank you. I'm glad. I think freshman cover is the best cover about their whole thing. I hate how poorly it's done. I hate how the freshman covers are done. I wish it was did better.
No, that was last year.
Okay, well, I can read off the names. These are the names of the freshman class of 2020. First one, Rod Wave.
heard of him.
Okay. Mulatto.
Nope. Wait, kind of.
Bro, I sent you the song with Gucci Mane and Mulatto.
Oh, yeah.
She had that Freaky Girl mix.
Yeah.
Fivo Foreign or Fivo Foreign?
Who?
I've never heard of him. 24K Gold.
Hey, who? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, let me restart. Rod Wave. Mulatto. Fivo Foreign. Did Swerve freeze?
I think he did.
Oh. 24K.
Okay, there we go. Hello?
Okay. I'm reading off the freshman covers. Swerve?
Yeah.
Okay. Rod Wave, Mulatto, Fivo Foreign, 24K in Polo G, Cowboy, NLE Chopper.
My nigga.
Two of his songs on the playlist.
Yeah. Lil Keed. I heard of him. Chica. Lil Keed.
Okay, yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Chica.
Mm-mm.
Lil Tay.
That's a girl, right?
Grace?
Lil Tay.
No, that's Tay-K. I don't know who the fuck
Like a little Chinese girl or some shit?
No, Lil TJ. My bad. I never heard of him. Baby Keem.
I've heard of a few of them dudes.
I think you've heard of Baby Keem. I swear you've talked to
him, man.
And Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow, my boy.
Yeah, Jack Harlow. I gotta say this. I feel like every XXL gives one super underdog a chance, and I feel like that's Chica, and everybody knows she's not gonna make it.
Who?
Chica.
Don't know who she is.
I put in Chica. I feel like Chica's not gonna make it because they always put in one person. She's the super underdog.
She was in Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't fucking know. She'll probably be good. Girls are running it right now.
She's a bigger woman.
There's a window for that.
A big black woman.
I typed in Chica XL. I typed that. That's fucked up. I typed in double XL and somebody photoshopped the cover with Monique on it. Or is this the movie? Wait, was Monique in a movie called Chica double XL?
I don't know.
But Rod Wave is cool. My only thing with Rod Wave is he actually can really rap. His ride, the words he be rhyming, I be like, that nigga's cold. Like, his bar structure is really good. I just hate the fact that he sounds just like fucking Future and Young Thug. Like, I always be forgetting that it's not them niggas. There's songs in my playlist with Rod Wave, and I always be like, oh, that's not Young Thug. Oh, that's not Future. Like, crazy. But
but I think Rod Wave ain't the only one on this list that sound like Young Thug. I think
he sounds just like.
No, I think there's another person on this list that sounds just like Young Thug.
Who?
Let me look at the names. I want to say.
So Rod Wave sound like Young Thug?
I'm thinking of Roddy.
Lil Key. Lil Key does.
I'm thinking of Roddy Ricch, bro. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you are. Lil Key sounds just like Young Thug.
I was looking at Rod Wave. I was like, this nigga does not look like he would sound like Young Thug. I was like, hell no. This big.
My brother fuck with Rod Wave. Rod Wave.
Hey, oh God. Robert Green said Lizzo cracked the door open for big girls. Facts. Rod Wave reminds me of when Kevin Gates sing and Jack Harlow is straight. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack Harlow is really good.
Jack Harlow and NLE Chopper are the biggest two names out of the cover.
I like it.
NLE Chopper's my nigga for sure.
I like his energy. NLE Chopper has so much energy.
Yeah,
he dancing, bro. Like, he got a lot of energy. I like that. I dig that.
That's a weird one from Cash Money. A little bit interesting.
He's from Cash Money?
No, he was in that studio session with I don't think he signed. It's just Birdman was just like, I don't know what Birdman was doing.
They got an entanglement.
Birdman is always around the extra young nigga.
He is. That's just
like I said, he got an entanglement with Birdman.
I don't know if he's in Cash Money. Birdman's in the background.
He was in like Nothing But Boxers, dancing in the studio, and Birdman was there rubbing his hands. It was some weird shit. Jesse know what video I'm talking about. It was very weird. This nigga's in the studio.
When is he gonna get a motherfucking Lifetime special, nigga? Surviving Birdman. When the fuck is that shit gonna come out? I know
we ain't made it that far yet in this society as a culture.
Is it gonna be weird if we find out like Birdman is like the Black Epstein because they?
I would not be surprised, nigga.
No, like,
that's really weird, bro.
It's just like BET, like they're like, nah, since you ain't gonna let us come to the Epstein Island, we'll make our own Epstein Island. It'll be a black one, and I'm here as Birdman.
I wouldn't be the. That nigga,
bro, you go to this island. I figured that you have to like walk in through the bird's mouth. Like the entrance is a giant, like it opens up, and you walk in, and you see Birdman walk through the bird's mouth. Like, come in, my home.
I thought you was gonna say some shit like it was like off to the side, like a cave, like Batman or some shit, and you had to come in through the water. But it's like a big ass bird head that you got to like swim through.
You walk in and you look at this aisle, and it's like got all the Cash Money memorabilia. Then you see a skate park, and he's like, "My son wanted to build that."
Gross.
Oh.
Birdman and his boys.
On the
One day
left,
he'll get a Lifetime video. One
Oh.
day.
That was a creep.
here's something that you will be happy about, Swerve.
What's up now?
You'll be real proud. Nick Cannon suing Viacom for 1.5
Oh, yeah.
billion estimated value of Wildin' Out.
That's cool. I mean, I can't say I'm proud of him because one, he hasn't won yet. Now if he wins, that's tight. But I don't know if he's gonna win that one, bro. Like you offended the
Yes,
Jews.
Robert, we know that he hit dudes too. We know Birdman hits dudes.
Okay, we definitely know that.
We like boys too. Oh my God.
He fucked
Yeah.
with Lucas too.
Oh.
That's the kind of nigga he is. Said it himself.
But yeah, that's true. I'm glad that he's taking the steps to sue. Let's see if Nick wins.
Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does.
I mean, hypothetically, what else are they gonna do with Wildin' Out?
I mean, it'd be weird if you replace Nick Cannon. Like,
Exactly. No one's gonna watch it. So what are they gonna do with this?
Keep doing reruns.
I mean, they legit
that's-
they can try and replace him. They can try and replace him with Jack Harlow.
They can
Like-
if they wanted to.
I mean, it's not like the first time we've seen a show just get replaced.
I mean, they could try, but like, I think the best
Honestly-
thing they could do is just literally try to make money off of reruns and maybe merchandise, intellectual property. That's about all they got going.
The reruns wouldn't go that long.
It wouldn't.
But I could see a reboot if they chose another black comedian, the right one, or actually just
Cat Williams. And they brought
Yeah,
Cat
like-
Williams back to host because he was
type
one of the
shit.
hosts.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
they put
Niggas
somebody
would be
on the
so
show,
mad.
on the show. I think they can probably still do it. Like they would probably do some shit, right? Where this is how they would do it. This is how they do it. They would still have a title like Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. So niggas associated with him, but he wouldn't be nowhere on the goddamn show. They would have like DC Young Fly hosting it or some shit. And Nick
Ew, gross.
I mean, they could. That's true. They really could. So
If he hosted that show after he's been on there, that would kind of be fucked up.
I mean, it would be a natural transition. He's probably like the funniest or the most popular one on there.
Damn.
he is the most popular.
That's such
Michael
a,
Blackman?
it just,
Yeah,
it's so
Michael
fucked.
Blackman, and that dude with the dread. What's his name? The ass.
The one. Yeah.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It's so fucked up because it's like, man, that sucks that I'm taking your show, but could you blame me because they paid me?
Right. I mean, you just gotta give me my blessings at that point, bro. Like,
It's like you would have did the same thing, and I know that because you still here, nigga. You would have
Televised the
You don't want to leave this money?
85 South. Yo,
Yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Green, why you need 85 South? Hit us up. You can have people of culture. We'll do an 85 South show for y'all after the corona.
I don't give a fuck about corona. Shit now.
What you say?
Fuck, I don't give
we
a fuck
know.
around.
We clearly you don't, but you haven't caught it, and I'm really shocked. And you're being an annoying outlier to scientists. And I ain't gonna lie, like scientists hate you. Like statistically speaking, you should have got 5 times by now. So yeah. So I can't even.
I'm be real with you. I'm starting to wonder if it would be cool to catch it, bro. I'm starting to wonder if it would be cool to catch it.
I don't want to, and you better not bring that shit around me.
Why would that be cool?
Bro, this is like the setup to JoJo's.
Why did you do it? Why do you have to do this every episode?
It's literally the setup, bro.
Why do you have to do this every episode?
They catch a strange virus that came out of nowhere. There's no cure. And if you can survive it, then you get psychic powers.
Anyways,
fuck, nigga, I'm surviving the fuck out of this shit. Nigga,
That's literally the plot of
Next.
JoJo's.
next thing.
so solid.
So we finally have a very good collaboration between 2 black women that are on top of their game and together, and people are criticizing about it.
Who's people?
A lot of people were going in and was like talking about like they're promoting sexuality, blah blah blah. This isn't good. What's the message for the kids?
Who are these people?
Ben Shapiro. I didn't know he really read out the lyrics. He really read out the lyrics of the
song. Let me ask you this. When is the last time you ever took advice from Ben Shapiro's top 5 music selections?
Did you ever hear Ben Shapiro talk about how hip hop isn't an actual music, isn't an actual like genre of music? That was one of the most, and that's how, and that was so subtly, passively racist. And he was like, my father taught me what music is, and this is why it's not music to me.
From that alone, why does anyone care about his opinion?
Because his wife is a doctor and told him that women's vaginas don't get wet, and if they do get wet, that's it's an illness.
That's the real conversation here. So who is going around just pro dry pussy? Who is this?
No.
Wait, you don't want DAP? You don't like DAP?
Niggas too.
You don't like DAP?
It's DAB. No, that's dry ass. No. Who is going around promoting this?
You have to understand, bro. You really have to understand. You go peep game, bro. She is a doctor telling her husband that pussies don't get wet. She's clearly lying to this man because she does not get wet for him. That's all this is. And now he's exposing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You're bitching on yourself at this point, man.
Ben Shapiro's wife is kind of fond of me, and if I get famous, I'm coming for his woman.
Well, after she done with me, boy, Cardi B will be your favorite artist.
Getting famous, I'm gonna be like, hey, hello, Miss Shapiro. Have you ever met my friend Joe? Because you slam Joe, and I'm gonna introduce him to you, Joe, and that's when you gonna get him. Shapiro gonna have to fight you.
What does she mean? It does not get dry.
She said, what did she say? Let me look for it. I couldn't believe it, but she legit said this. I can't grasp.
See, that's the more concerning part. It's people out here promoting dry pussy, and I'm done with 2020. I'm done. Check me out. This is why I left Facebook. Shit like that. People just reckless.
Oh, she said it's a vaginal health problem. If it's wet, it's a vaginal health problem.
I have a dick and I know more about pussy than her. What's this? What is this?
Both got together. Apparently, they both got married before having sex.
Obviously. Wow. I think they got married before they had sex ed, if they even had it.
She said a vaginal health problem.
They probably didn't fuck for like a month into their marriage and shit.
Probably only do it for a kid, so like once every couple months.
He apologizes.
Probably on summer solstice and winter solstice.
He probably apologizes for enjoying it. He probably apologizes.
Hey, bro.
I'm sorry, I was getting too into it.
We got dry. Hey, I'm so dying at promoting DAP, bro. Dry ass pussy, bro. We gotta say, there's some nuns in this house. There's some nuns in this house. There's some nuns in this house. There's that dry ass pussy.
People talking about it's promoting. I don't really need a synopsis. We already know what it is. It's women talking about vaginas, so people are mad because promiscuous. That's what they mad about, I guess. Look, I was 14 years old watching pussy popping. Okay, going back and forth on them channels so I don't get caught.
Tip drill.
Okay, it's been a lot of sex and a lot of different. Not even just rap. It's sex in every genre.
Sex is
human. It's just sex is just a thing.
But women are doing it. And that's a weird thing because Lil' Kim been doing it since the 90s. But it's weird that now, but it's weird because like before we wanted women to team up together and make music together. But now we have a problem when they're now successful at it.
I mean, here's the thing. Also, I don't know about Meg, but Cardi is a former stripper, and in my opinion, I feel like if she was gonna make stripper music, it would come best from a stripper who knew.
She does know. She does. She lived that life, and she does know. Robert Greene said her cat probably trash. That's why she needs to have a profitable profession. No disrespect to the ladies.
You tripping?
He talking about Ben Shapiro's. No, he talking about Ben Shapiro's wife.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably
I
factual.
don't think it's trash. I think Ben Shapiro just don't know what the fuck he doing. He's adamant that pussy is supposed to be dry.
I hope we
And
get
I'm
big
pretty
enough to
sure she
argue with him.
lying because she's
so
a doctor.
embarrassing.
She probably over here like, yeah, it's supposed to be dry. And she's like,
Shit.
yeah.
Yo,
Because she
hold
want
up.
to fuck up the marriage. She don't want to tell him like, look, nigga, I'm sorry. You've been fucking up for years. Okay.
Hey,
But you got your little show
Swerve.
going on and you making money. So I didn't want to fuck with you. And
Hey, Swerve wanted to have an incel as a guest on the show. Let's aim for Ben Shapiro.
I'd be live.
I think that's the guest. I think we all can agree that's who we want as a guest. If we ever get big enough, that's our incel that we want, right?
you know how shitty it is to be an incel but married?
Hey, wow.
Bro, the way he talked tripped me out. My friend put it why even when Ben Shapiro's correct, you don't want to give him the satisfaction because he says things so rudely. But he's wrong a lot. He just knows big words. And he knows how to contradict himself in a smooth way.
He knows how to talk very fast, right? And it's gonna be a little bit like this.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a streamer I watch, and this nigga sounds like Ben Shapiro, but he's not. His name's M-Tash. It's slightly disturbing. I kind of hate him because he sounds like Ben Shapiro, but he's not. And I'm like, I can't hate you because you're not Ben, but you just fucking sound like that nigga. And you kind of look like that nigga. But yeah, listen, fellas, don't brag about DAP.
Oh.
Don't be like, man, I left her house the other day and I left it Dapper Dan. Don't brag about that.
Who's ready to be back in church and hear the church version of this? The Lord's in this house. The Lord's in this house. Worship and praise. Who's ready for this?
Bro, when Kids Bop come out with a WAP.
Oh, you talking about wild, annoying parents? There's some chores in this house. There's some chores in this house. There's some chores in this house.
Wild ass playground. Oh my goodness. I'm only mad. I'm like, where are we at right now? How slow is the news to where we're having political outrage over a song called Wet Ass P Word?
Bro, I feel like everything's a distraction nowadays.
I'm like, bro, Tom Hanks is out here sticking his thumb up 14-year-old boys' asses and y'all worried about a song? Okay.
We really need to prove this. I really like we do.
It's just fun to say it at this point, though, right? It's just fun.
But it hurts because I feel like I've sacrificed one of my white heroes.
Speaking of,
who else I talked to? But Brennan was crushed. Brennan was going through it. He was like, damn, not Tom Hanks. And I was like, I know, Forrest Gump. What? Toy Story? He was in Toy Story, right?
Toy Story, yes. You are a toy. Yes, bro. That's Woody, bro. You got a friend in me. Bro, I just feel like
I don't got any drink.
it's hard for me to believe Tom Hanks, but I have to stand tall and say there is no way Ellen DeGeneres did this shit.
How do you think I feel? Will Smith was
No, you're not throwing Will Smith, you're not throwing Chris Tucker, and we're not losing Ellen. I refuse. Show me hardcore facts Ellen DeGeneres did that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. So it's more evidence coming out that Ellen is at least a cunt. She's a big cunt.
I've seen a lot of that too lately.
You know what? If I get rich and famous and have a $1 million show, you're gonna be like, damn, he a cunt. I like perfection. I like numbers, bro.
You should have heard some of the stories she was making niggas do, bro. It was wild shit. Like, wild shit. She was like, hey, your breath stink, nigga. You taking off the rest of the day. And it was like, I'm not even a guest. I'm not gonna be near you. I'm
nah, bro. Here. Nah. That's how tight of a ship I want to run when I have money. Like that. I've been around rich people and famous people. I understand why they act like that. You want a certain atmosphere.
Ellen's a bitch. She is a big bitch. But even to the guests, like somebody was like, apparently, if you ain't like a certain level of guest in her head, then she just don't fuck with you. You on the show and she's still gonna talk to you, but like behind the scenes, she's like, nah.
Okay.
Like, nah.
But I doubt she did that to. I feel like she was respectful to Cardi B because if she acted a certain way to Cardi B is forward enough and ratchet enough where she would have called her out in front of the show. You see what I'm saying?
Well, she couldn't have been shady. There's certain people. No, you wouldn't do that to Cardi B. No. Nah,
But
Cardi
how-
B is the same bitch that like got fucked on Instagram Live. Like she was
What?
clearly, yeah.
What?
That happened in the past. You can go to Pornhub and look it up if you're not canceling Pornhub.
Ah, I gotta cancel Pornhub too. Ah,
Wow, what they do?
It's a lot going on right now.
because
man.
there's
the
it's hard to
child-
confirm ages on the. I gotta cancel everything. There's
Look.
nothing good in life.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, and I'm just gonna it off. Trying to cancel Pornhub for that is stupid as shit. If you gonna, why stop there? Just honestly turn off your internet because it's on every fucking site.
Use your imagination now.
The
Just don't need porn. Just use your imagination.
the answer is not canceling Pornhub. I think the answer is we really need to get a better AI system that can just detect that shit.
A better AI system that can
That can
detect what?
detect that.
Next, you'll find a better AI system that can detect people of color, right? Ooh, that's a lot of melanin. Please
First
come
of
to your
all-
house
first
right
of
now.
all, you said next like that doesn't already exist. Anyway, yeah, that already exists, B.
Oh.
But it was an accidental existence.
No, you ain't gonna accidentally create racism. No,
Yeah.
that's
Because you want to
dumb.
know why? Because like they do it in the facial recognition with the cameras and shit, like facial recognition and CCTV and shit like that. But here goes the issue: lighting, and that's where it already came into play.
That wasn't an accident. They just like, oh, we probably could make this better, but nah, we don't need to.
It already exists. But I think that's the answer. Like canceling everything. Like I'm gonna cancel Pornhub. I'm sorry. I'll jack off when I very well please, and it won't be that often. I promise. You can't do it too much. Don't do it too much, man. Don't do it too much.
This has been a PSA from Komodo.
Don't do it too much. But definitely do it.
Yeah,
actually-
I think masturbation is healthy in doses. It'll
It
keep
is.
you from doing stupid shit. Like
Also, it does. Listen. I've damn near text some people, and I was like, yeah. Let me jack off first and see how I feel about that.
bro,
Robert-
it's
You know, I was like,
wrong.
nah, I'm good.
Robert Green
Oh,
says
God.
Skynet, and Mason Doyle says the answer is people need to actually try nowadays and not ignore issues just because they don't see them. I agree.
Oh, you can get a lot of that, babe. You can get a lot of that, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been playing around with this concept in my head. There's a lot of different things that we have to fight nowadays. And I think it gets hard to do it because I feel like people don't know which direction to go into. Because one second you're like, I need to do this. And then somebody's like, well, what about this issue? Nobody's shedding light on this. And what about this issue? Nobody's
I hate
shedding light
comparing
on this.
issues. I hate comparing issues.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, what's the best method? Because I know we all can't do everything, but we all can do something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I feel like we should get better at figuring out where to delegate powers to do things.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. We need to realize and like focus better. But that's why I said we need to build our community up and be more, as a culture, we need to be a little bit more intelligent and wise.
I will say, to even start that, you do need unification because it's going to be hard to even assign shit if you can't get everybody on the same page.
I tell Swerve when he wants to start this new community group, I'm just setting the pieces ready for him.
Oh,
Whenever Swerve has enough time and he's ready to start the new United Front.
Yep.
the NFU?
So, the what? Well, whatever the name, maybe.
Do you say Negro United Fund? Oh,
No. Also, when we gonna get our reparations? But that's for another thing. But Aaron Anderson said it's overwhelming to keep up with everything. Information is moving extremely fast lately. Yes.
So I've also been wondering that too. I've been wondering what is our breaking point on information? How much can we actually retain? And also I'm wondering if like, how much are we changing off of the information? Like how are we actually retaining information nowadays than what we were like 10, 20 years ago before all of this shit was in our face at all the times?
That's a good point.
I feel like memory is different. You don't have to memorize shit as much. I remember growing up, I knew all these fucking numbers. Boy, now I don't even know my mama's number. I'm just like, I think this is it.
I
You
actually
save them
don't
on
save numbers in my phone so I can remember them. Like I look up you and Swerve numbers because I have it memorized in my own system in my head.
I'm a special case.
Fun fact: I don't.
I've had the same number for almost 20 goddamn years. Everybody just remembers my fucking numbers.
That's also true. It makes it super easy. But also, Swerve has had his for a long time because it's also for the same area.
It's
so it
also
helps.
a 903 number.
Yeah, so it helps. So y'all two numbers actually help.
I called him the other day and laughed out loud. I was like, why, nigga? Why is it still 903? That is the funniest shit ever. I just looked at it like, what the fuck?
So let's wind this up. Final thoughts, everybody? This has actually been a really great podcast. We've been having a lot of listeners, a lot of comments. It's actually a really great episode.
I don't know
Thank y'all for listening and commenting and all of that good shit. And God bless.
Thank you for your questions. Y'all can still comment on this video for anything that you may want us to say for next week, you know, or for future episodes, anything you want us to talk about. Please subscribe to our YouTube because Facebook is really keeping us from having views anymore. We got big too fast and Facebook has limited us.
Oh yeah, we got throttled.
Yeah, we got throttled within the first second month because our numbers was stupid big on Facebook and they hurt us. Like we got way too big too fast.
Yeah.
Legitly too. Legit.
That's the messed up part. I think they thought we were like paying for shit or something, but we
we was like, let's go hard. I was like, all right, I've been doing this promoting thing, doing social medias for all these companies. I was like, let's see what I can do. Knocked it out of the park and I got punished for it. Kind of upset it.
Man, just fuck Facebook though. But
yeah. So follow us, People Culture, on YouTube. You know, thank you. Y'all be easy. You too, Robert Green. You know, stay woke. Stay updated when we update again for next week's episode. You know, stay true, social distance, do your thing. What?
We doing it again next Wednesday?
No, I may be in Chicago, so we have to see when are we doing it.
Chicago. Interesting.
I may do it. Actually, I may do it in Milwaukee with my sister. I may actually just have my sister in the background. Because y'all never seen, not many people know my sister, and my sister, I look like my father, but she acts like my father. And that's whole different level. Y'all can see, we can do it Wednesday. We'll do it Wednesday. I'm going to make sure I'm at my sister's place. I'm going to try and go to Chicago and see my sister, and y'all can get an introduction of her.
This nigga lying. He trying to run into Kamala.
Bro, don't play. So yeah, we see y'all signing off.
All right.
Peace, y'all. Peace and love.
Remember, no doubt.